Welcome to the Looped Lifestyle Podcast, the #1 podcast for diabetics who want to have their cake pop and eat it too. I'm your mentor, Stephanie Johnson. Please welcome our very own member of the Cake Pop crew and graduate of the Have Your Cake Pop and Eat It Too program, Diana Hernandez. She is hosting our Monday Mindset episode. This podcast is recorded live on Instagram. We cover health, wealth, and relationships, the blueprint for transforming your life. So grab a pen and paper, take some notes. I hope you find some value in the information Diana is sharing. Let's get into it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Mindset. For those who are new to today's episode, thank you for being here. For those who've joined me in the past, thanks for coming back. So my name is Diana Hernandez and I'm working with Stephanie Johnson in her program, Looped Lifestyle. If you want to learn more about her program, you can follow Stephanie on Instagram at _cranky_pinky or on Facebook using that same name. I'll also make sure to tag her in the comments. So this Friday, December 17th, which is in 5 days, is my second anniversary with being diagnosed with diabetes type 1. So in honor of that, I wanted to talk about it for today's Monday Mindset topic. So I'll tell you my story. I had an appointment with a new endocrinologist, and she really took her time with making sure that she had understood my history as a type 2 diabetic. When I went to her, I had already had the diagnosis of type 2 for 9 years. So she wanted to know when I was first diagnosed, how I had managed my diabetes in the past, what my A1Cs have been like, what my sugars were on average, what I did in regards to exercise, and then my diet, how I ate. She said that she wanted me to get some lab work because everything that I literally just told her, she really believed that I wasn't a type 2. So I got my lab work done and I went back to see her in just 2 short weeks because she said that she wanted to follow up sooner rather than later. She then told me that my lab results indicated I was actually a type 1 diabetic. She then explained that back in 2010, the year that I was diagnosed with type 2, I was 20, I was probably showing indicators of type 1.5, but that diagnosis didn't exist back then, and I seemed to fit the type 2 more than the type 1 category, so hence I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. She then asked how I wanted to manage my type 1, and I said that I wanted to go on an insulin pump. She said that my lab results would need to indicate the need for a pump, so she said that she would order the needed lab results and we would kind of just go from there. Once I received my true diagnoses, I felt a sense of peace. For so many years, I had blamed myself for not being able to manage my sugars, for not being able to have an in-range A1C, for trying so many different types of diets and none of them working for me or my sugars. And then also too for delaying going to the doctor's office because I couldn't take being judged for not managing my diabetes and being lectured on the consequences that come with uncontrolled diabetes management. My body was finally getting what it needed and I felt really relieved. So my lab results did indicate that I qualified for a pump. So I received pump training February 19 of 2020, 2 months after being diagnosed with type 1 and a month before the pandemic hit. During those months, I was injecting insulin, so I was happy to hear that I was going to have my pump training because injecting insulin was painful at times. Pump training happened at home and my mom was with me. The lady was super nice and she was showing my mom and I the tools that I was going to be using for my pump. She went through each step of changing my infusion set and she had me practice fake, just let's pretend you're putting it on. So she said that I would eventually get a CGM, which just means continuous glucose monitor, which I actually have here. It's really, really dirty and I have to clean it, but this is my CGM. But the first step was getting that part down. So the training lasted about an hour or so. We thanked her for her time and she left. My mom and I sat back down on the table. I looked down at everything that I needed for the pump and a wave of emotions and an overwhelming feeling just washed over me and I started crying. My mom hugged me, she cried with me and, getting teary-eyed. And it reminded me of the time when I had been diagnosed as a type 2 just 10 years before. I do have an episode or a Monday Mindset topic where I do talk about my type 2 diagnoses. You can find it on Spotify at the Looped Lifestyle Podcast if you want to know about that story. Anyway, so I remember my dad getting home and seeing us with puffy faces and red eyes, and he asked what had happened. I shared with him how I was feeling overwhelmed, started crying again, and he hugged me too and he said it was going to be okay. A few months went by and I started getting better at changing my infusion set. I no longer needed to watch a video because I was literally needing to watch a YouTube video each time because I couldn't remember the steps. So I no longer needed to do that and I was able to do it a lot faster. Now, using my pump is second nature. It's almost as easy as breathing. With each passing month, I'm learning more about my pump and how to use it to its fullest potential. But that type of education and learning didn't come from my doctor and it didn't come from the reps for my pump. It came from me talking to other diabetics, informing myself, educating myself, advocating for myself, having a desire to learn more so I can get better at managing my diabetes. Are some days hard? Heck to the mother effing yes. But do I give up? No. I might take a break here and there, but then I get back on the horse and keep trying. We all have choices even when we think we don't. I have the choice to stop taking care of myself if I really wanted to. I have a choice to take breaks. I have a choice to be diligent or not. I have a choice to try or not. I have a choice to pre-bolus or not. Pre-bolus just basically means giving myself insulin, waiting 10-15 minutes to eat. But every day I am making the choice to take care of myself, to take breaks when I need them, to do my best, to pre-bolus and to carb count. Every day I am choosing to be better and do better. With that type of mindset, I know I am and will be unstoppable. And this translates to all other areas of my life. With my work, my career, my finances, my relationships, my marriage, foods I eat, the exercises I do, the way I talk to myself, etc. We all have choices and we are responsible for the choices that we make. There are many external factors, of course, that can influence our choices, but at the end of the day, we are the ones making the decision. We are accountable for our actions and the decisions that we make. So what are you going to decide to do today? In 1 hour? What are you going to decide to do tomorrow? What choice are you making? What choice do you want to make? Who and what can help you make those choices? We all battle something every day, but we are all still here. You're important, and you're worthy of choosing to help make your life better. Every day, every hour is a new chance to make better choices. I don't know why I'm so emotional. Today, I choose to continue taking care of myself so I can continue to celebrate. Oh my God, don't know why. Sorry, guys. Validate and acknowledge my emotions. Probably feeling this way because a lot has happened the last 2 years with my, having to manage a chronic illness during the pandemic, having to navigate a relationship in that as well. So thank you guys for being here, for supporting me. Okay. Every day, every hour is a new chance to make better choices. Today, I choose to continue taking care of myself so I can continue to celebrate my diabetes anniversaries. I choose to continue to advocate and learn so I can better manage my diabetes. So what are you going to choose today? I believe in you and I have faith in you. If you're struggling with something, reach out for help because you're not alone, even if you think you are, or even if you do feel that way. You can do it. Yeah, that's the end of my Monday mindset. Obviously, I did not know I was going to get so freaking emotional, but here I am. Just putting it all out there. It's tough. I don't mean to point you out, Susie, but Susie's been living with type 1 for, I think it's 30 or more years. Definitely a lot more time than me. So I definitely give a lot of kudos for anybody who's had a chronic illness for a long time, even if it's just been a day. It can be very overwhelming sometimes, but like I've talked about before in my previous Monday Mindset, it's all about finding a group of people that are going to support you when you're feeling down, that are going to help you up, and who are just going to sit with you in these emotions. I got a lot of hearts right now and a lot of awesome comments. I appreciate you guys for being here with me, and we're all in this together at the end of the day. So, 26 years. Susie's has had diabetes type 1 for 26 years. So kudos to her for continuing to fight every single battle that comes our way. We're literally fighting to live every single day. So shout out to anybody else who's struggling, whether it's a medical problem or a mental health problem or finances, anything. Again, we're all here to support each other and build each other up. So find your people and we can do this. So thank you all again for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I appreciate you very much. If you love this episode, please take a screenshot and share it on your social media. Tag me at the_cranky_panky for Instagram and at the Cranky Panky for Facebook. You can find the application for mentoring at the link in my Instagram bio at the_cranky_panky. Get your application in, we'll have a chat and see if the Have Your Cake Pop and Eat It Too program is right for you. Until next time, stay in the loop.